Hey, what's up gentlemen, welcome to this video. In this video I wanted to talk about 4 books that I think every man should read, and these books will eventually help you become full stack man by improving your charisma, confidence, building your social skills, etc. Now before we jump right into this video, I wanted to explain that I'm gonna be on the go right now, so I'll shoot on the go. Secondly, I'm gonna be explaining a couple of things about these books. Also, I will give you a couple of takeaways that I think will help you in your life, be it personal life, business, job, whatever it is. And lastly, if you're ready for this video, let's begin. Alright, I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's begin with the first one. The first book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Now I know you have probably heard about this book. Let me start off by saying that one of the quotes I have read in this book is, the greatest urge in human nature is the desire to be important. Now imagine if you can make other people important, what kind of wonders you can achieve by just doing that thing. Now you might ask, well, Bekaizer, I understand that, but what if we talk about other people and we make them feel important, but what about ourselves? And gentlemen, listen, if you really want to become confident in yourself, you don't really have to be proving other people that you're worth of something. You don't need validation from other people. Like, here I am and I'm comfortable with myself and I don't really need validation from other people, right? If you are not confident, you will feel insecure and you will want to talk about yourself and always bring up some topics that only interest you. Now, if you really can make other people feel important, that will be one of the beginning stages of building a friendship, a relationship, or whatever you want to achieve with that person. Now, these kind of examples can actually be found in that book, and I think that this has to be read by a lot of men, because a lot of us, we struggle with confidence. We can't really talk to girls and we can't really behave ourselves confidently in a lot of situations. And yeah, I think this is one of the best must reads for men. And let's roll with the second one. It's right in here. The next book that I believe every man should read is Subtle Art of Not Giving a. Now, I understand that this book has to be one of the provocative ones that I have ever read, and not because it has some interesting data or some facts, but just because it has some insights and thoughts that I have never thought about before. The quality of your life is defined by the size of the problems that you solve. And then when I read it, I was like, wow, this is actually eye-opening. And that is true. Like, we all usually avoid problems and we don't really want to sacrifice and endure all of these obstacles in our lives. But the reality is, if you really want to have like a good life, you will have to go through pain. Now I understand not everyone might be going through smooth transitions in their lives, or maybe you're just having bad days, and that's all right. Every person has to go through this kind of stuff so that we can later on in our lives have better days and build a better quality of life. Love one day, The next book that I think all men should read is David Deida, The Way of the Superior Man. Now, if you are a young man, especially if you're on your early stages of life, when you're just starting to figure out all of your priorities and all of your business stuff and job, etc., I think this book gives you a very good correlation, or let's say distinction between what feminine and masculine energy is, and then essentially you get to realize and then understand a lot of things. For example, we all think that feminine and masculine energy have to be in some way equal, or like a lot of stuff going on about equality, feminism and stuff like that. That is all in all good, but you have to realize we have big distinctions and very big differences between each other. Now, one of the interesting insights I got from this book is, imagine this, you are given a choice. You have to choose between a perfect intimate relationship and achieving your highest purpose and goals. Which one would you choose? Now, author tells you to choose the second one, because when you choose the first one, your woman will, or your girl will deep down know that you have given up on your dreams and you have sold them just to be with her, and she won't value you as much as she would, for example, if you had taken the second one, pardon. And also, if you choose the second one, you will know that you have chosen the best, like you will know that you have chosen your dreams that you have been thinking about from your early childhood, or that something that you wanted to do for quite a long time. Especially nowadays, we see all of these nice guys who are trying to chase girls and chase relationships and chase validation from society, and oftentimes those nice guys end up choosing girls over their craft, like relationships over their profession. And I'm not saying anything bad about relationships and stuff like that. I think that's awesome, especially for men in the young ages. You have to really identify what your, I would say, craft is, what your passion is, what your profession and job business is, and then you can actually focus on that by building yourself. And later on, if you're good in that, I think you can choose your intimate life or something like that. One of the biggest takeaways that I can give you from this book is do not agree to whatever your girl suggests you to do. For example, if she wants to hang out with you, you can say, all right, I'm gonna be with you for 30 minutes and then I'm going back to my craft, into doing the things that I really like. All right, the last book that I think all men should read is 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And gentlemen, listen, if you really want to become powerful in this world, confident, charismatic, or by some extent, just in control of your life, I am surely convinced this book is the best read you can ever read. Well, that's my personal opinion. Of course, you can disagree and agree with me, but I think why this book is so powerful is because it has, well, it has a lot of points, right? 48 laws of power, 48 laws that you can actually master. One point that I got for you from this book is use absence to increase respect and honor. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're hanging out with a girl and then you start seeing her too frequently. What happens is you start losing interest in each other, and then guess what? One week passes by, second week passes by, and then the relationship doesn't work out. So what I really want to say is that if you really want to make other people still interested in you, you gotta be absent in their lives for some time. Now, I'm not saying you have to isolate yourself or disappear, but you just have to know when you have to be with them and when you have to be absent from their lives. The second point that I got for you is learn one skill and be so good that people cannot replace you. Now, when you really want to keep people dependent on you, that is when you really have power. Now, it sounds manipulative, I know, but you have to understand that this book is compiled with a lot of things, and some of them just reveal human nature, and then they reveal the truth. So you're either gonna accept it or you're gonna deny and then lose a lot of things, and you're gonna leave a lot of stuff on the table. Now, when you, like, speaking from my own personal experience, when I was working in a startup last year, for example, I had to stand out, and then I had to better my skills so that I could stand out among other people who wanted to apply for the same job. So I guess it just comes down to choosing one thing, one specific thing, and then being the best in it. Maybe you're a guitar player and you really want to better your skills. Well, this is the time for you to do so. And this might be quite difficult because if you really want to stand out, you gotta put in hours and hours of work, but eventually it will pay off. All right, guys, that is it from me for today. It's a beautiful evening out here. I'm gonna go back home and enjoy my evening. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And by the way, if you're a skinny guy who struggles to put on weight, go to the link in the description. There's gonna be my free book, and inside I explain my training, my diet, and how I actually build a better body. And see you in the next video.